get going.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep, I'm up.
Yeah, I'm up and running. And here we go.
I'll turn my volume off because for some reason it keeps turning it back on again.
Yeah, you end up with that infinite feedback loop if that happens.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is Andy and Dodge talking away whilst painting stuff.
Yeah, that's per usual.
Yeah. Today I'm going to be building some power fists for my dreadnoughts because I'm at Hellstorm this weekend and my dreadnoughts need power fists.
Well, yeah, they need weapons.
As I've been playing 10th edition and apart from some weird interactions, it's actually largely quite good.
That's something. We can all breathe a sigh of relief then.
Yeah. The points came out. Some inconsistencies, what will be needing to be addressed, I believe.
Yeah.
As I was talking to Dodgy earlier, it's like fire prisons, undercosted by a long way. And Eldar Wraith Lords are massively overcosted because they're crap.
Yeah, how much do they come in at?
They come in at 170 points, I think.
Yeah.
And are generally a bit rubbish. The Dreadnought, the Hellbrute, or the Chaos Dreadnought as I refer to it, is 155 points. Basically the same stats, and actually has utility.
Ah, so yeah, you can actually use the damn thing.
Yeah, and they are really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Packs rule with the Chaos Dreadnought is just outstanding. So yeah, I'm building some of these. I'm gonna have to do a bit of green stuff work to make it work properly.
If anyone wants to know what Andy's building on his desk, you have to sign into Twitch. As Andy's live on Twitch currently. We use the same audio, so you can just have both windows open.
And if anyone's interested in what Dodge is painting or doing, is on YouTube.
Still faffing around with the typhus.
Yeah. So let's get this started. Let's see.
Just apply a little bit of water to the model first thing. At least I remember to do this now. I used to make that mistake every single time.
Yeah. See if I can get some glue out of this. It looks pretty empty. Oh no, still some left.
As weekends go, I've not had the most productive of weekends.
Ah,
Mainly spent most of this one being drunk. I don't think I got any jobs done.
no wrong with that. Basically, how you spend most of your weekends though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Although I really need to bog down actually get some stuff done, like studio work, things like that. We didn't even bother with Fallout's double XP this weekend.
You're getting bored of it.
I just didn't deem it necessary. We can boost the accounts and the numbers up easy enough anyway.
Fair enough. If it's unnecessary, it's just a waste of time, isn't it? Because you're not enjoying the game.
There's not much going on, but we do have a new update tomorrow on there, so...
There'll be another scoreboard or something crap like that.
Yeah, it's another scoreboard which we've seen the prizes for, but there's some new events, that's something, and new events, new enemies, so at least they're adding some content
there's
to the game.
actual content.
It's supposed to be,
different
but
monsters.
yeah, this is actually Bethesda though, so there's a good chance it'll just all crash by tomorrow. It's usually the case.
Yeah. Bugfesda. Isn't that what you call it?
Yeah, good old Bugfesda. I don't know why they're so bad at running online games.
I don't think anything has anything to do with online, mate. I think just games in general.
It's weird though, because they're responsible for some of my favourite franchises. But yeah, they do muck up so much. All I'm doing here is I'm adding Dryad Bark and Mahovy White Basquiat 75. I'm half asleep. I woke up at like 5, 6 this morning. Then I fell asleep again.
Well, at least you went back to sleep.
Yeah, I got a couple of extra hours.
Right. Let's get this. See if we can slice this off so I can get it to stick. Yeah. But it doesn't actually fit. That sucks. Let's see if I can get that to go over the top. Kinda. Let's see. Is there any of these will actually fit?
Are they printed to the wrong scale?
Oh no, printed to the right scale, just the sizing on the weapon options wasn't done properly by the creator. They don't quite fit, but they're a little bit big for the hole. Which is a minor annoyance.
Just file them down, innit?
Yeah, just grind it down a little bit. So have you guys managed to play 10th edition yet? If so, what's your opinions? I only played the basic mission. We didn't know until mid-game that the ITC beta had gone up until for all the secondaries and what have you. So that was a bit of a shame, but we got to play the new rules, and I learned a little bit. Overwatch is pretty terrifying now, and the countercharge strat is amazing.
So what makes Overwatch so terrifying now?
Well, the fact that I can do it on 5s. And then double up my hits and auto wound at the same time.
Ouch. Yeah, that'll do it. 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah, with rerolls, cause it's Terminators doing it.
Oh, I bet you're so glad you bought that big block of Terminators now.
Which one?
Which one?
I was using 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you've got like 30 of them or something.
I've got 25 at the minute.
That is a massive stack.
I do need 5 more, so I've got the full 30. Obviously. But mainly, actually, it's because of the weapon options. I need to build some more power fist dudes.
Yeah. Surprised you haven't magnetised your Terminators.
Too much effort. Power fist hitting on 3s is really nice.
I can imagine it would be.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah, rather than 4s. That was that's really decent. That is. Chain fists, I don't see the point in. Not for chaos.
No.
Because you've got the access to auto wound anyway. It just seems a little bit redundant to my mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, auto wound access to auto wounding. So what's the point in getting a weapon what hits on a 4 instead of a 3? Yeah. To get against vehicles to wound on a 3+, when I can get a power fist what will hit on a 3+ against everything, wound anything on a 2+ what's infantry or most things on 2s, and against vehicles, yeah, it might be wounding on 5s or 6s occasionally, but it's also going to be pumping out a bunch of auto wounding stuff.
Yeah. So it's just been made redundant then. The old chain fist.
For chaos, yeah. I think, in my opinion. I mean, the stats probably might prove me wrong, but it's just casual observation at the minute. As you can have 2 extra chain fists over the top of your weapons, but you lose 2 whole attacks from your power swords or axes or whatever.
How'd you lose 2?
Because the cursed weapons give you an extra attack
Right.
So you get 4 attacks with a chain fist. Sorry, 4 attacks with a power sword or a cursed weapon, or 3 attacks with a power fist or chain fist.
Right.
And the chain fist again is less accurate. So with the same AP and damage as a power fist.
You're just going for maximum accuracy here then.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense.
And you just fish for them auto wounding things, because once you've got the Dark Pact on, the Terminators auto re-roll into hit anyway.
It seems like there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot that can be manoeuvred around and manipulated quite well for all the auto includes.
Yeah. So, like I say, that's just a casual observation. In the long term, I may change my mind on that. Because all the weapons are free, you get to choose what you want.
Yeah.
Combi weapons are brilliant.
Yeah.
Against infantry, at the very least. Multiple wound on a 4+.
Nice.
Against infantry. It's like, yeah, have some of that. Yeah, multiple wound enough. They're only 1 shot each, but we've got rapid fire.
Yeah.
And again with the Dark Pacts and everything, you get loads of shots and whatever. And against infantry, it's a mortal wound on a 4+ to wound.
Nice.
So we're really good at killing Terminators.
Yeah. Anything with a good save.
Any heavy infantry we're really good against. Against light infantry, you're better off with Stormbolter. You know, for more shots.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like against light infantry, you just chin them.
How's the heavy bolter doing? Standing up like it used to?
It's okay. I've not tried them yet. Again, in Chaos, they're a little bit wasted.
Yeah.
Because as standard they come with sustained hits, which is like the exploding 6s.
Yeah.
But Chaos get that on demand.
Right, so yeah, you're just repeating it there.
Yeah, so it doesn't stack.
Yeah.
They get devastating wounds, I believe. No, just twin linked, and they're only 3 shots each.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not oversold on heavy bolters. Whereas I used to quite like them.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is like the more popular weapons will have changed at this point, by a long way.
Yeah. Just because it was good in the last edition doesn't mean it's going to be good in this one. And if it was terrible in the last edition, chances are it's going to be pretty good at the minute. Like Chaos Dreadnoughts were terrible,
Yeah.
and now they are an auto include. You want at least one. But I'll still never call him Hellbrute.
No.
No. Why would I? Sounds stupid. It's a stupid name.
Does sound a little cheesy, I'll give you that. Slipping off the camera.
For me, it's a Chaos Dreadnought. I mean, even in the Night Lord books, I refer to Malkari and the War Sage as a Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Which is one of the main characters in the Night Lord novels. Even though
read those, so, like.
Even though he's a dreadnought and he's not really in it, he keeps bailing everybody out because he's a dreadnought and badass.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, what was that story we were listening to with the other proper badass dreadnought?
Was that Ryle the Ancient?
Yeah, I think so.
The Emperor's Children one?
It's been a while. Like, I couldn't definitely clarify that. I think it was.
From the Heresy series?
Actually, yeah, it must have been, because everyone was running off to battle and no one wanted to get in a drop pod with Fabius.
Yeah, it could be Ryle then.
Because who would want to get into a drop pod with Fabius?
Well, sod that. Why not be an extra ass or something?
An extra head for an ass.
Yay me. Fabius is interesting.
Yeah.
He buffs his bodyguard unit, so you can't just randomly buff units anymore.
Ah.
But there's no downside to it.
Okay, that's alright. So it can only be his bodyguard unit.
Yeah. It gives him +1 strength and attack, or is it +1 strength and toughness? One of the two.
Either's good.
Yeah. And he can do it to Chosen,
Cool.
which have 3 or 4 attacks each. 4 attacks each, unless I've got power fist, in which case it's 3.
Still, that's any extra attacks are welcome.
Yeah. I'd say if it's strength and toughness, it's decent. If it's strength and attacks, equally decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't really lose with that.
No. And once per turn, he reduces the damage of an incoming attack to 0.
Cool.
Which is also handy.
Very handy.
I'm still unsure about certain interactions. I don't know if bodyguard unit. So like, a lot of people are saying it about bodyguard units give their special rule to the character what's leading them, which kind of makes sense, but it doesn't specifically say that in the rules.
No.
It sort of implies it.
One of these grey areas.
Yeah. So I'm reluctant to do that. It's not come up for me, but it's one of them. It's like, does it genuinely work? Because if it does, that makes Masters of Possession in Chosen amazing. And another unit I want to try out is Possessed for my for Chaos. Possessed with a Master of Possession are just going to do absolutely horrific things to your opponent. Because obviously they're super quick.
Yep. Still moving 8.
9.
9.
Yeah, still moving 9. If you've got a Master of Possession, they get +1 advance and charge.
Yep.
You mark them up Slanesh, so for 1 CP they can advance and charge.
Yep.
And the Master of Possession gives them Feel No Pain, which is handy. It's only over 6, but you know.
Still, it's a 1 in 6.
It's more than you had before.
Yep.
What really makes them unpleasant now is if they use a Dark Pat's ability, they get mortal wounds on 6s to wound instead of normal damage. They get devastating wounds. I think we've got 4 or 5 attacks each.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do unpleasant things to people.
As you'd expect them being possessed.
Yeah. And that's the sort of thing I approve of. Doing unpleasant things to other people.
No, you don't do them to yourself.
No. I am not a Slaneshi.
Actually, you do. You painted an entire White Scars on me.
Oh, God. Don't. And then I went and decided to paint my world Eaters white because I'm a genius.
Yep. Well, they did look good for it. And you sold them pretty much the day after they went up on eBay.
Yeah, and then I did it again.
They went quick. I suppose there's a lot of people out there that don't want to sit there painting white.
Yeah, me being one of them. I still wind up doing it.
You just like to punish yourself, I
I must
think.
do, mate. Just sort of deranged or something, I don't know. Definitely issues.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Come on, there you kid.
And currently I am just painting these little bits of fabric around the scythe.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, as you can tell by my energy today, I'm just a bit brain dead.
What's new?
More so than usual.
Fair dues.
Yeah, me and Jen just went on a wander yesterday.
Where'd you go?
Was it went past Elmfield Park. Other day we walked all the way to Lakeside again.
Elmfield Park. It's a bit of a trek for you from here.
It was a nice enough trek.
Yeah, it's a nice little park as well.
To be honest, we are getting so used to walking around in this heat, we tend to be places before we even realise we've got there, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're here already.
I noticed that today because I picked up Sarah just playing around. And I've noticed how much my strength's increased because
Yeah, you didn't notice, and then you just got something to compare it to.
I was like, wow, I'm holding her up
Yeah.
so much longer before I'm even getting remotely tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is good.
It is good. You still hitting the weights then?
Yeah, man, I've been really good, really well behaved. I'm on it again tonight.
Yeah. Actually sounded like there was enthusiasm in your voice there.
I can't put any more weight on the bench press bar.
No?
No, it won't fit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem with these ones. I always planned on getting some more plates, but just never got around to it.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I was going to replace them anyway with my own, so I can get you them back. So that'll be something that happens over the next several weeks.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I literally can't physically put any more weight on the bench press, but it's good because it's still 40 odd.
That's always a good feeling though when you get to that point.
Yeah, I'd say it's still 40 kilo or something.
Yeah.
Which is a chunk of weight, to be honest.
Yeah, it's decent enough if you want to like smash out some bench press.
Right, so that's them built. The shoulder pads can get put to the side for now. In my box of resin bits.
It's all different types of resin.
No. It's just all the stuff of my mate's done for me. Right, I need green stuff, don't I? That's what I need. And probably a little bit of flat plastic. You don't need much of this. That'll be plenty, I bet. Have you got that little plastic board?
I don't think so. I'm not sure where that got to.
It's alright, I'll just use that lid.
Fair enough. It's not here.
Yeah, mate. Do you want to put that with the rest of your green stuff tools?
It's really quiet this Monday.
It is early.
That's true.
And it's also a nice day, so I might have something to do with it.
Yeah, I reckon a lot of people will just be chilling outside.
Chilling outside or busy at work, whatever.
Or chilling at work.
Yeah, like us. Do we call this work? Kind of is.
I don't know. Is it work? Is it a hobby? I don't know anymore.
They're sort of mutually interchangeable at this stage, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I need a bit wider. Possibly.
Getting some okay shade on these bandages, but the colour's not the greatest. Just bring that colour up a little bit more.
one thing me and my mate were discussing was the Lord Discordant.
Yeah.
You know, the dude on the spider monster.
Yep.
As it stands, looks like an utter waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because the model can be made to look really cool.
The model is very cool, but at the minute his rules seem to be somewhat shit.
Just no use for him.
Too fragile, doesn't do enough damage, won't get there quick enough.
Just nothing but problems.
Yeah. No, his utility's not great.
No?
No. So it's like, yeah. And he's overcosted as well. If it were cheaper, then he might get in. Well, it does look like I might be able to use my Helldrake again.
You reckon?
Yeah, they look pretty good actually. And the fact that I can deploy, they're about 205 points. Probably a little bit overcosted, but not massively. They're very quick, and they can start on the table again, which makes a massive difference. The fact that you can deploy them.
You couldn't deploy them before?
After certain FAQs in the sector, it dives, yeah.
A little bit of Gothor brown. Add some colour into these.
Have you got a razor saw? Oh no, I've got a razor saw. So what I'm doing here is I need to make these into a square. So we're going to be cutting off in two directions, and hopefully, if I do it right, I'll not balls it up, so I'll be able to use both halves.
Oh, nice. Martin's just turned up for the banter. Alright, Martin.
Right.
Alright, why'd you go all cockney there, Andy? Alright.
I don't know, mate. That's just really random.
Me and Jen sometimes break out in cockney, just as a laugh.
A wild cockney appeared.
Pretty much. Just start talking in random accents for no other reason than to amuse ourselves.
That's fair enough.
But it becomes one of those things like inside jokes and banter, and everyone else has no idea what's going on.
And you're giggling to yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Jen can just talk in entire movie quotes or memes a lot of the time as well. People just look at you really weirded out because it's not just a reference to the meme. There's always an inside joke about how you said it at a certain way at some time, and then that became the next thing, if that makes sense.
It just sort of expands on itself and becomes a very strange situation for anyone watching.
Yeah, who's not familiar? You know, it's just really weird.
Nice. We've got a random thing open up.
Yeah, it's fucking wanting me to update something. Fuck off.
How about new?
Go away, and now it's not responding. Of course it's not.
No.
We'd like to do an update. No, now we don't work.
It's just like when you get task manager and that says not responding. It's like,
yeah.
You had one job! You had one job to make the thing that wasn't responding turn off.
Yeah, Marty says they look at us weird regardless of what we say. That's true.
I look at Dodge weird a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Just scratching your head trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like, what's it doing? Yeah, it.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's really not a helpful place for that.
Right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, right. Right over my camera. It's brilliant.
Nice.
Right. I don't want to do an update for this bullshit Apple device or whatever the hell it is.
Sandpaper. Have we got any sandpaper knocking about? What's not quite in full sheets? Ah, there we are, a little bit there.
There should always be some kicking around.
Yeah, I don't need a lot. Just to get rid of some of those from cutting.
I was eating a bunch of Scotch bonnets yesterday.
Scottish? What's that?
It's like a type of pepper, like a hot one.
Alright, okay.
What really annoyed me about it though was like the burn of the mouth and the lips was proper fine. It was when it decided to sit in my stomach. That's when issues started occurring.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, eating it, not a problem. I was actually really enjoying them. And then I'm like, I don't know, maybe they're sitting against the side of my stomach or just not well and it's just burning into your stomach lining and you're like, that actually hurts a lot.
It's like, yeah, that's unpleasant. That's the thing I didn't expect.
No, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, you know, my mouth to be on fire and then be completely fine, but it sort of threw me off.
Did it differently.
I'll have to remember not to eat them on an empty stomach.
Yeah, probably. I actually started watching Breaking Bad the other day.
Way.
Yeah.
Well done.
I finally caught up with the universe on that one anyway.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm rather enjoying it.
How many episodes have you watched?
Oh, but the last one of the first series.
Nice. I found it was one of those that just drew me in straight away.
Yeah, it's very well acted. The scripting's great.
Yeah. And you've only just started as well. It's so much better. And it's responsible for so many old memes.
It's an older meme, but it still checks out.
Guess who woke up and is having a complete bloody useless brain day? I have no idea what I'm doing. Still, it doesn't seem to have enough colour to it. I mean, I like dried bark, but mixing it with the Mahogany White's not adding or taking it down to a yellow tone, so maybe I'll take a bit of the sunny skin tone instead and mix that in. Bit of sunny skin tone. Oh, a bit of Gawthorne brown.
Wait for that to dry a bit. I miss being able to rock out with the tunes on them.
Yeah, the tunes was always nice. I mean, we could, but then we could not monetize the videos. So, and also, then other people would complain about the music. Probably.
Oh, well, find something to complain about.
Yeah, I mean, best thing I could suggest is using your earpiece on your phone, so that you can still listen to your tunage.
Like I say, I'll just put up without it. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. It's a minor problem in the grand scheme of things, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Wants to be chop that. Like that.
So that bit of sunny skin tone's really added something now.
It's kind of orangey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
I do like that colour. It's good. It's a bit like Cadian flesh, but with less pink.
Yes, it's really good for blending fleshes, actually. It makes the flesh look a bit less cartoony.
Yeah. And do the same again on this one. I'll do. Don't need much.
It would be nice to finish this model, get it out of the way so I could do some other projects.
I'm assuming Martin's at work. How are you getting on? Busy?
Yeah, because he works from home, so like.
So do you?
Yeah, same as us. Just sit on the computer all day.
I don't work at home. I work from your home.
Aye, we did used to have a proper studio at one point. That was just getting ridiculous, so the rent on that.
The rent was fine. It's just the sales dried up to the point where we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Which was depressing because I like that studio.
Yeah, same.
But that's life. That's what people see.
Make that strap a little bit darker.
Leave that strap on.
No.
I lost me bit. I'll have to cut another bit off. He says.
What bit did you lose?
Oh, it's not anything cut down yet. It was just a bit cut off a bit off the sprue or so. I've not actually shaved it out.
The amount of times I've done that.
Yeah, on a bit.
Filed something down to almost nothing, and then it pings out your fingernails onto the floor. It's like, there it goes.
Oh well, I ain't seen that one again.
No, because we've got carpet, so off it pops.
Work is going alright. It's a bit busy, but it's nice to have some background noise. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree with that, mate.
I think work is the background noise.
Yeah.
We'll get it somewhere. Yeah, that's looking alright from a distance.
From a distance, well, stuck up your nose.
Start painting models from a distance.
Keep meaning to buy myself one of them blooming glass of things, you know what I mean?
Ah, for zooming in.
Yeah, the 350 magnification bad boys.
I saw them advertised, but then you got to wonder to yourself, are they as good as
they are actually pretty good. I've used them before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose it's better than lining it up with a magnifying glass and trying to and get the magnification and the brush and the paint all to line up.
Yeah. Also, having a better understanding of how Battleshot works is going to make a difference in list building. Now I've got more of an understanding of how it works.
Battleshock?
But it's a new morale system.
Ah, yeah.
So forcing extra battle shocks is actually really useful.
Okay.
So using things like Raptors and Hark and World Claimer are going to make a massive difference to the way I play.
Makes sense.
So Battleshot, or the new morale system, is actually pretty interesting. And demons can do damage with it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. But next week, I have to play 9th edition again.
That's not very helpful, though, is it?
Not really.
Going back and forth while trying to learn a new system.
Yeah, it's really annoying. But you know, it's for league, it's for club league, so all games up until June, including June, are meant to be done in 9th, and then thereafter 10th.
Fair enough.
It's just how it is. It's just my game's been delayed for various reasons.
But you still have to finish it off for the sake of the league.
Yeah, I'm gonna get absolutely hosed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Hands are broken in 9th.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. weren't they top of all tournaments as well?
Basically, yeah. It's absolutely insane how good they were. Right, cut that section out. Of course, that's the bit what's probably already dry. So wasteful doing that.
What's that?
Cutting that joint out
Yeah.
of the green stuff.
The join, what, for the arm?
No, for the between the green and the yellow and the
Oh, yeah, I don't like... I mean, it's cheap that we, you know, the green stuff we get where it's like part A and part B together, but there's just always that terrible line in between them.
Yeah, and if you don't cut out,
It always ends up on the most smoothest bit of the model where you don't want it.
yeah, and it's really hard. You know what I mean? Where it's sort of, so it doesn't mix properly.
Now that's so frustrating when you spend an hour and you just finish sculpting something, it's spot on, and then you've got to push the little bit down, and then a solid bit of plastic or something starts poking back through.
You're like, ah, damn you. So I'm going to start off with 4 little balls of this.
Oh, aye?
Yep.
Starting off with an extra set.
Probably far too much green stuff for this, but you always wind up with too much, don't you?
That's true. It's very difficult to get the exact amount of green stuff that you need.
And it's that cheap, it's like don't matter, does it really? You're like, yeah, so what?
I just tend to make little shapes out of them and then let them dry. Usually teeth.
And balls. Large
Yeah.
balls.
Spikes or anything like that as well. Just add them into models later on.
So, that is going to sit like that.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Where it doesn't, obviously, doesn't matter, but the idea is that's how it's going to sit. So, one of them there. There, like that. So, they're going to be brackets for the hinges. That's going to sit on top. Where I can carve the thing to look like as it starts to settle up. Might be able to do this because I forgot to get my mate to print them out.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think he didn't realise they were separate either. And actually, I don't think he runs Contemptor, so I don't think he's got any. Has he got any Contemptors? I don't think he's built a Contemptor, so he wouldn't know. So, yeah, totally on me.
Fair enough.
I thought it might be the case when I sent it. When I sent him the file, I weren't sure if we were in there or not. So it is what it is. Know what I mean?
No, I mean.
Know what I mean?
I'm just currently throwing random paints onto the Man Reaper.
So that needs to set for half hour, doesn't it? Before I can actually start shaping it.
I'm not sure. It does seem to take a lot longer to glue to those particular resin types.
No, I'm on about the green stuff.
Oh.
The green stuff needs to set for half an hour before I can do it with it.
Definitely sometime.
I'll come back in a few minutes.
Depends how much blue you put in, apparently.
50-50.
Yeah.
I know one's a setting component and one's not.
Yeah, the blue one's the setting component. So when I want something to set a bit quicker, I always add that little bit more blue. But if I'm sculpting something that I want to make it look decent, I'll put more yellow in it so I can manipulate it for longer.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, I've only worked on one wing. Yeah, great. Not even barely touch the surface on that at all. Yippee!
What have you done?
Paint a wing still.
Still?
A wing, not even the other one.
Still the same one.
The same wing, yeah.
Okay, so it's not the greatest of colours at the moment. And it's very difficult to see because the light was reflecting off it.
Fresh bit of this. Oh, fuck you.
Did you miss the bin?
Yeah, it just sort of floated off it. Right. So it was a grey and a purple I was using.
We'll let some of these underneath colours show through a little bit. As I don't want the scythe to be one solid colour.
That one. And a bit of that. Alright, just pour yourself out. You know, don't like having control over my paint at all.
So how much did you...
I hadn't even had a chance to squeeze, mate. It just
No?
blobbed out. Like, hello. Need more grey. Might be petroleum grey, actually. Right. Do-do-do-do-do.
Bit of a random tune all of a sudden.
Getting into a bit of a groove, mate.
And from this groove came the groove of all grooves.
You have disturbed, you have broke the Emperor's groove. A great.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing that one line.
It's underrated, mate. It really is. There's so many funny elements in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I can't get a colour match.
No?
That's great. And massively unhelpful.
Couldn't remember what you were mixing last time.
Nope.
That was one of the benefits of making videos in the style we used to make videos.
Yeah.
You could just skip back a few steps and remind yourself what paint it was.
Be right, I'll make it work. Beauty using thin paint, innit?
What's that?
You just go, right, okay,
I'll just keep thinning it down.
until it gets roughly right, and then I'll wing it. Keep on blending. So, yeah, this can go on the edges. That needs to go into the dark section there. Get rid of that.
That's a little bit too red. More brownish. Perhaps, maybe not. I want some of the yellow to show through.
So I'm going to use that same colour what I've done right on the ends, which is a completely different colour to that normal highlight shades, to be the creases for the creases and the scarring in the wings. So it's going to be like loads of little flashes of it.
You're going to just paint those in as like straight lines.
Well, there's loads of creases already sculpted on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to highlight them.
Makes sense.
I'm going to need a thinner brush.
I have a similar problem doing these live streams as well, forgetting what paints I've mixed together on the model. It's not very helpful.
No, The fact that I'm not taking notes doesn't help, which was my method of doing it before.
Yeah.
I'll start doing that. There's no point starting now. I'm too far into the project.
Dead quiet today, isn't it?
Mondays do seem to be on the quieter side.
They really do.
Maybe that'll pick up, or maybe it'll be maybe there will be an opportunity for me to change shifts coming up in the next few weeks. So maybe be beneficial for us to switch Mondays to a different day.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm with you there. My brain's off dead today though. Like really. My processing power's gone down to like 0.
100%.
Yeah.
Too many programs going off in the background.
Pretty much. But it's not bad for the small amount of time I've spent painting it. It's not great either though. I need to be able to just get this paint style smoother.
This is a bit more of the harvester flesh, I believe. Probably it's just a touch of the grey purple in it, just enough to stain it a little bit now. So I'm just using that, and as you can see, I'm just picking out these real high points right towards the edges. And it's really accentuating the creases. What I've highlighted a little. I don't want to overpower the sort of the colours that are in the wings. Kind of like the grey purple tone to it. If only I could have trusted the airbrush to do the job properly. These would have been done like the other day.
That's the problem with airbrushes, they can be a right pain in the arse.
It does, however, force us to improve our blending and glazing skills. Hello, Omen. Good morning. We're good, thank you. Currently, I'm working on the demon prints, as you can see. I have been working on a pair of power claws for a Contempt Dreadnought. How are you, Dodge? What are you up to?
I'm just trying to finish Typhus off to some level where I could be like, that's done for now. Yeah, he's slowly getting there. Trying different techniques on this scythe as well. Trying to get my greens and yellows to show through this weird silver, which we don't really use very often. The Alchemy
White.
Emerald Alchemy by Scale 75. They're a strange set of colours.
They are. The Alchemy colours, we've got some really good ones and some really weird ones.
It's just deciding what to shade with what. If you want a slightly metallic green paint, this is fine. But how to shade and blend it when it's got a metallic sheen to it.
Yeah, it does sound awkward. It's like amethyst, a really cool sort of purpley metallic colour. It looks great, but you can't do it with it.
There's not many places you can take it.
Just been in the garden a lot lately. Got to get ready for temp soon. I actually had my first game of temp yesterday. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of weird interactions, but they'll get ironed out over time. But it is fundamentally a good game. And tanks, cool, because tanks. That's what I like about 40k.
Big tanks.
Tanks. Tanks are cooler than monsters. And 40k gets both.
That is true. It does get both. Don't know if tanks are cooler than monsters though. They don't have as much character. Unless you've got the older Space Marine one that's firing Space Marines out of the rocket launchers.
Ah, the Angry Marine Whirlwind.
Yeah. Classic.
I'm still considering getting a couple of Vindicators. They look like they're going to be brilliant.
Can't go wrong with adding some more tanks to your army.
No, I've always been a bit of a treadhead. I do like my tanks. Right. That'll do. Hopefully this is set enough for me to be able to do something with it. First thing I'm going to do is cut some of it off. Far too much. So I got a couple of, as I was saying earlier, I got a couple of Power Claws 3D printed, but I didn't get the elbow bracket done because it was an oversight. So I'm just having to make some for the join between the elbow and the claw. Nothing extravagant. I'm not the best green stuffer in the world. But, it's something. And once it's all smooth and everything, it should look alright.
My technique for sculpting stuff was always to kind of imagine how you're going to paint the finished result, and that would help with accuracy on the way it looks, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you pass the sculpting tools, mate?
The what?
The sculpting tools.
I can't. Which one's your one?
Just give me a cross section.
That one usually.
Yeah, I want a couple of metal ones. That'll do.
Yeah, lots of different things from different sets there.
Yeah, it does the job, mate.
Yeah, some of them are for wax sculpting.
Well, this is it. It's like you just use what's available, didn't you?
I do find the silicone ones, you get it's easier to control what you're doing because the green stuff pushes back a little bit on the tool rather than like the wax ones, where it just cuts right through and doesn't leave you.
Yeah, it just sometimes removes the thing, but if that's what you need, it's what you need, isn't it?
Aye. I mean, it can be too forceful, is what I'm saying. Whereas the other ones, because it pushes back, you can smooth things a lot lighter.
Yeah. You need a bit of both, though, really.
Aye.
You need
the right tool for the right job.
Yeah. I mean, this one looks like it's from a dentist.
It definitely looks like something dentists just stick in your gob.
Still a bit soft, but I can get something like the shape I need.
Currently, I am mixing flat black into the Emerald Alchemy. Typhus has fallen off the stand once again.
It will not stand. I am Typhus. No, you're small. Go away. I can't blame you for being sat in the garden a lot. It's been lovely. You do right.
That's what I've been doing most of my time.
I don't blame you, mate. I'm not much of a gardening person. I don't spend a lot of time in the garden. I do go in there, go out there sometimes, just to sit in the sun, but it's not really my thing. I tend to like to stay where it's cooler, in the shade.
I tend to do that, to be honest. I'm not one for the direct sunlight. Skin starts peeling off. I'm really prone to sunstroke as well.
You sure you're not a ginger?
I'm pretty sure I'm not ginger.
You do smell of fox piss.
I suppose.
And have no soul.
Told you it was an interesting weekend. Well, I think did I tell you earlier, like me and Jen just went to the park, but we also took a bunch of nuts with us as well, because we noticed there's a whole bunch of baby squirrels running around.
Oh, cool.
And because they're young, they're also really stupid, which means they're not as skittish. And before you knew it, we just sat there. We'd managed to get like one at squirrels that, and it must have been the case of the rest of them watching from the trees.
Yeah.
Because before you know it, there's like 8 baby squirrels all legging it around the trees where we are. And, like, people are walking by, stopping, and then just be like, really confused as to what's going on, and then realising we're throwing nuts on the ground and watching all these squirrels come legging it around. That was fun for about half an hour, something to do.
The squirrels are cool.
Aye. I mean, we're getting them pretty close up as well.
Oh, they're clever, aren't they? It's like food comes there,
they're giving us the food.
Yeah.
It didn't take them long to learn that it was like, we're throwing food towards them, so you'd throw something and they just run straight to it and be like, well, that's going to be food.
Yeah.
So they very quickly made that association. We also watched 2 pigeons beating the crap out of each other. We did not know they did this.
I didn't know pigeons fought either.
They were in this branch and they were proper flapping, so you think they're trying to get the balance. But no, one of them walks right up to the other one across the branch, spreads his wing back and just bolts him out back at head, and then the other one starts slapping him back. So basically they're just attacking each other with wings. It was like, it was hilarious how we just shimmied over. It's like, no, slap. So apparently pigeons will just slap each other until one of them moves.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of entertaining. Really was something from a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like the Three Stooges or something.
Walks over and just belts it.
proper belts it. And then the other one left after a while, sat on a different branch, so we went and followed him and slapped him off that one as well.
Being a proper dick.
Yeah, mate, we were having a great laugh for that yesterday. Just watching nature be weird.
Yeah, nature's messed up, man. And just look at manatees and crocodiles, how they interact with each other.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, manatees are completely harmless. They physically can't harm you apart from by accident.
Yeah.
Because of they're massive. Because basically they're sea cows.
Yeah.
Without the aggression of a cow.
Because we all know how aggressive cows get.
They get proper cob on about stuff. Well, crocodiles seem to associate this with, not with food.
Oh.
With a taxi.
Just riding on back.
Yeah, so they sit on the back of the manatees and get lifts.
That is random.
Yes. I was like, okay, that's a thing I've seen. So yeah, so crocodiles don't actually attack manatees, but as a rule.
That is bizarre.
Why would you attack your public transport, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. That's just laziness though.
So, hey, leave them bad boys alone. They'll give us a lift.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got some okay colour transition in the Man Reaper. Obviously this is not finished. Because we can still see the green and yellow straight through that bit of paint. I keep drifting off my camera recently. I don't know what's with that.
Ooh, I just remembered Extraction 2 is just up on Netflix now.
Extraction 2?
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth, like a person recovery expert.
Okay.
First one, blooming brilliant, is in India.
Hmm.
He's rescuing this mob boss's kid.
Ah.
I think it's ex-Aussie SAS or something like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, decent movie actually. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The entire blooming universe happens to him in first. Like
Yeah.
India literally opens up and just tries to swallow him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good. So the second one came out on Friday. I've not actually watched it yet. So me and Alas were having a movie, and I think it's about time I picked. Because she always watches horrors, which is alright, you know, if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not really over bothered. But,
Lass will always pick bloody comedies, and most of them aren't even funny.
Yeah, I've noticed that most comedies are not.
Especially nowadays.
Not allowed to say anything funny.
Silver Scratch built Productions. Why is he blue? Because when it came to painting Typhus, I couldn't be bothered to think of a colour scheme, so I just asked my girlfriend to pick a colour. She said blue, so I am now painting it blue.
Yeah, it's not really a long story. It's just what.
Originally, I had much more Incubi darkness in the original paint, and that did making me more bluey green. But that sort of drifted off into different colours. I should have kept with the Incubi darkness and the Cowbolite green. I could have got a really bluey green colour going on. Somewhere that wasn't quite turquoise, but in that ballpark. Blue is also one of the colours I struggle to paint most, so gave me some practice there as well, trying some different colours for a change.
Where is that? It's not a colour you would have naturally picked.
Nope. I wonder what other weird stuff I end up painting on stream by just asking people to pick random colours and not telling them what the project is.
A great clean one.
The great clean one. Oh no, that image is horrible.
It is, isn't it? It's actually, I'm not sure if it's worse than the actual great own clean one. I'm really not sure which one's more disgusting. It's a great unclean one. You expect to be disgusting, and that's what So it's not a surprise.
But the great clean one's just smooth. It looks like baby rat or something.
Yeah, it's so wrong in so many ways. You're just like, what? And your brain just goes, nope, nope, nope. I am not entertaining that image. Right, they can.
Just add a bit more water onto here. Silver Scratch Built Production says, okay, it looks like a Smurf. It does a little bit. I'm assuming, do you mean Ultra Smurfs or just regular Smurfs?
They are interchangeable, mate.
I'm sure someone will have done a head swap for them at some point.
That would be ace. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I definitely think the Incubi Darkness would have been a lot better. But I was really painting this just to learn some different brush control and different techniques. A lot of this I've been trying to learn the loaded brush on. Doing that with the blues was just something to do, I guess. He's not exactly my.
Oh, he's a Death Guard player.
As a Death Guard, like Peter. Makes sense.
No wrong with Death Guard.
I do like Death Guard.
All about the Chaos factions, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much. We're not fans of the Ultra Smurfs or any.
Many of the loyalists, really.
No, we're very slim pickings when it comes to loyalists.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm playing around with a bit of Legion of Damned, but I'm a default setting Chaos player myself. Have you managed to get any games in 10th yet? What do you think? What your thoughts on Death Guard in the new edition?
Says it's cool looking. I just never seen a blue Death Guard. It makes sense.
Yeah, you don't see them.
We could have made it up and claim it was inspired by the blue waffle,
but no.
No.
There's nothing weird going off. It's just.
It was just that simple story. I needed a colour, and that's what someone picked. I mean, blue Death Guard's one thing. We have My Little Pony Space Marine on bike, things get a bit weird in this studio, especially on the live stream.
That was my idea, I believe.
It was one of the first live streams we did. I was like, what should I do with this bike? And you're like, paint it My Little Pony style. So that's what we did. I'll have to finish doing his wheels and everything at some point. And Silver Scratch Built says, no, stop playing in 8th.
That's fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
What was going on in 8th? I can't remember
8th
now.
was Formations, I believe, which is an abomination. Or was that 7th?
I think it was 8th.
I think 8th had Formations. And Formations.
7th had Allies.
Yeah, I think 7th and 8th might have been an 8th as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do remember there being a lot of wonky stuff in around about that period. But 10th is looking pretty solid. It's got its flaws, but it's only just out. Well, it's not even out yet, so we can't complain over much, can we?
But we will anyway, because we're English.
Yeah, damn right. And well said.
Just complain at things of like, why isn't this exactly how I wanted? Seems like there's just a whole bunch of different mechanics thrown into the game. But you said it seems to play alright.
Yeah, like I say, there's some weird stuff needs ironing out, but it's brand new. GW can't playtest for shit anyway, so
yeah,
that's going to be on us to fix. Say, GW, fix this. It doesn't work properly.
yeah. Or it works too well because the beard's got hold of it.
But everyone's what show out the problems anyway.
It's fair that.
It's like people like me find flaws but don't really care enough to exploit them.
Yeah.
It's a proper full-on beardy dude to exploit them, forcing the changes. So if we do a service in a way, whilst ruining other people's days.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to start deciding what colour to make this wood bit.
Well, since you're a Death Guard painter, I'd like to see some photos, mate. Send us, hook us up on Instagram. It'd be kind of cool to see.
Alright.
Well, I say kind of cool. It would just be cool. That's what it is. We always want to see other people's work.
I spend quite a bit on time on Instagram now looking over people's work. Sometimes you get a good bit of inspiration from it.
There's some quality artists on there. Some really good stuff.
Aye.
So my gaming club's literally only just gone onto Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys who runs the Instagram page, he messaged me the other day asking me for some photos.
Silver Scratch says, been playing since Rogue Trader. I do want the new Terminators. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's to scale. I'm really bulky and tough looking. You do predate me somewhat, which is a rarity. So I've been playing since 2nd. Just picked up Leviathan, Dread, but not gonna paint it.
Dark Angels. Not going to paint it Dark Angels.
I do like Leviathan models.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're great. The Leviathan Dreadnought. It's just really annoying I can't use my 40k anymore. And I have 2!
Yeah, that change is still just a bit shit.
I could use it as a Venom Crawler.
You reckon?
It's on the same base, roughly the same sort of footprint.
Mm.
that could work. And keeping theme with the rest of my non-mutated army.
Non-mutated army? Yeah,
Oh, Night Lords.
Night Lords, yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll have to check out the size differences.
It shouldn't be that much.
On the same base, it's a different footprint, different profile though. I think the Venom Crawler's more hunched but broad.
I'm sure you could work it with a base swap and
whereas the Dreadnought's taller. The base size is right. We're on the same base, I think. It's one of my favourite models is Leviathan. I think it will look great.
Feather that back out a little bit. I would put it on a little bit too strong.
More grey into that. It's coming up too purpley. I probably got the view of the day. It turns out that the tournament I'm going to is on the same day as the one in Sheffield. Well, I tend to go on
You double booked yourself.
I hadn't, fortunately, I'd only bought one ticket anyway.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to go to a Sheffield one because I know all the guys there.
Makes sense.
And it's only one day rather than two. Which is nice.
Was it nice to have the extra day or not?
Kind of both, you know. The extra day's nice, you get more games, but it's also a lot of arting about.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day too, you're usually knackered.
That's how most of my weekends go. Whatever I'm doing.
Plus it's usually involved in vast amounts of alcohol.
Well, it's not going to drink itself now, is it? That'd be a pointless invention, self-drinking alcohol.
Kind of weird. Okay, that's going a completely different colour, which is unhelpful.
Silver Scratch says mine is for competition.
Ooh!
Cool. Type of competition, I think someone on Instagram was running one for models of the week or whatever.
Yeah.
Some stuff like that.
Local competition or Golden Demon, anything like that? I just love it when I can't get the colour right. I have a...
He also has a painting live stream on his channel.
Ah, cool! Good to meet other creators.
Yep. We only started doing the live stream because we were getting fed up of all the editing of videos.
Yeah.
But we are going to have to get back to that at some point for the channel. Editing's a huge pain.
I hate it.
I'm alright with it if I get a good result at the end. And I'm proud of the work, but that's hard to do if you have to do it day in, day out. Yeah, especially when, you know, you don't get the views that you think that particular video deserves, and, you know, you've spent several weeks painting the model, another week doing the editing, and it just disappears into the void of YouTube.
It's like, yeah, great. Thanks for that. I'm going to nosy at your channel, my friend.
Well, I'm going to go fill up my e-cig. So I'll be back in 5 minutes probably.
So. Ooh, there's some cool stuff on there. I like. Well, back to painting this guy. Get some more depth into the inside of the wings. Starting to get something like what I want to do anyway. Probably going to need to put that wash in and go back to the green stuff work, which I am rubbish at. I will make no bones about it. I suck with green stuff. Yeah, I thought I found you. Do a lot of animation type stuff as well. I thought that was really cool to see. I will drop you a follow when I get to my own account back home. Actually, I probably have to do it on this one, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm logged in. Snip that. It looks like I had a nosy at his Facebook, his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It looks like it does a lot of animation type stuff as well as scratch building. And
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of cool on there. Looks like he's got obviously I've only had a bit of a browse. It's like a scratch built Titan or some kind. Like,
cool.
That looks interesting.
Yeah, I do like a conversion or like building something random from your imagination.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of one of my jams. That. The problem is I'm a perfectionist and nothing ever gets finished. I think I have one Defcopter.
There's one more than you had before.
It looks cool though.
He doesn't look like a Defcopter.
No, but I don't care. It looks badass. That took a long time though.
The only problem is you're gonna have to make all your Defcopter type models very similar, otherwise it's gonna be confusing as hell.
Yeah, I know.
For everybody.
There has to be. That was one of the problems, was finding things that I can do that make them look uniform, even though they're different.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason that one took so long though was figuring out how to take apart the old Defcopter model and turn that into a jetpack instead of bike.
Yeah. That was a mixture of 3 drops of
Got some whole red down. Because it has been a few days and this pallet's starting to dry up.
1 drop of Null, 1 drop of Agrax, and some thinner. That took 14 weeks to build and paint. Wow, that's dedication, my friend. I would have probably thrown it against something by that point.
Yep.
I am not a patient guy, which is why I really am rubbish with green stuff.
Yeah, you just want to slap it down and be done with it.
Yeah, I just want it done. Which is not how green stuff works, annoyingly.
Nope. I think the other paint's a bit dry, so it's not blending very well. I'm also trying to remember what colours I used here. That was a challenge with 4 other channels to go big or go home.
Fair dues, mate. Like I say, it looked. I had a glance and there was some really impressive stuff on there, so good on you. Not something I could do. I like kit bashing, but straight up scratch building stuff is not for me. I'm not patient enough to do that.
It's the 3rd one is built apparently all Nurgle.
Nice.
Nurgle lends itself to kit bashes and scratch builds because if you can't think of a design to cover an area, you've always got the option of going, well, we just put go here.
I'm gonna stick a demon face there.
That too. On. Yeah. Certain army types, with the fluff,
they really lend themselves well to kit bashes and stuff.
Yeah, because it's so easy to. My brain's just not working today.
It's not about easy. It's just that we've got much more scope to work with. Why have you got a giant paperclip on your jacket?
What? Well, you never know when you need a giant stabby safety pin for odd bits and pieces. It comes in handy, trust me.
You're weird.
I'm not going to tell you what it's there for on the live stream.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, it's all to do with a midget to keep trying to capture.
It's hard to capture midgets, man.
So all them unicycles are right.
No one's gonna have a clue where this is one of those inside jokes. No one's gonna get that at all. So generally, we were mucking around with Rule 34, and that was a concept we just came up with. Was not able to find it. We sent one of Andy's mates on a mission to see if he could find this on the internet.
Pretty close.
Yeah, just to prove that Rule 34 existed. Midget unicycle riders. Right, and the other colour I'm using here is US Flat Brown by Model Air, but for some reason...
It's not brown.
Well, it is, but it's so thin already that it comes apart in the wet palette.
Yeah.
It separates the pigment and the retarder. Makes it a bit of a pain to use. And he scratch built a complete Nurgle Knight too. Nice.
Nice.
This is reminding me I need to get on with the Typhonaut project.
See?
At least if I get my Typhonaut finished, that's one big thing sorted for the army. I have quite a lot of points. I don't know if it'll be any good on the battlefield anymore, but... Does the Morkanaut still have the same force field?
Don't know, mate. I have no clue.
I'll have to figure that out. Even if it doesn't, I'm still building it to its initial design. It is surprisingly cool in the studio considering the temperature out there.
The storm last night helped.
Yeah. Do you stream through YouTube or another platform like StreamYard? We are currently streaming in 2 different places.
Yep.
We are streaming on YouTube right now, and Andy is streaming on Twitch.
So that disembodied voice you've got is actually elsewhere.
I'm not fully happy with this project. I'm just trying to get him finished at this point.
You never are fully happy with anything.
No.
There is no happiness, only war.
No, there is no happiness, only more things that need doing.
There's always something they're doing, mate.
Yep.
Right. Shoulder pads first. Yeah, we've always worked together for a long while now. He's just saying cool. We live stream together as well. We just do it on different platforms, so we share the same audio, which allows people to watch both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically you can watch both desks and we don't have to set it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not exactly tech savvy.
No,
it took me a long time just to get these to work. But looking for a group to do a big strategy with.
All right. Okay. What are you thinking?
gonna need more water, I think.
I need more raptors.
You don't need more raptors.
Lies.
I need to get all my vehicles in my orc army sorted so I can get something on the table. I've got so many kill cans and
parts.
Parts, yeah.
You've got so many parts, you haven't got any models.
Hell of a lot of parts though.
You have all the parts.
I was kind of hoping the live stream would help with that because I'd be able to build them and take my time on the live stream rather than rushing to make videos, but
I think
it doesn't seem to work like that either.
Well, at the minute, it's just because you focus on doing a new paint job, new paint style.
That's true.
Once you're ready for a break from that, you'll be able to just go, right, I'm going to build some stuff.
Yes, still need to be, figure out a system for recording more video though, for bringing the channel back to life a bit. Which is always more work that gets put off.
It's because, like you say, editing blows.
Yeah. Yeah, Silver Scratch wants to do the same sort of thing, just weekly painting stream and just hanging out. Which is basically what me and Andy were trying to do on this, is get everyone to just get the paintbrushes out, like chat on social media and just hang out like a live painting table.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were after. So we do this 2 or 3 times a week, depending on real life. Because the real life's always a pain in the backside.
Yeah, as soon as we get into a rhythm, real life's like, nope.
Hey, hang about. Can't be having this, bad boy.
Nah, it's a pain in the arse that, like, when you're really trying to get things going and life's just like, nope.
So what are you talking about, my friend? You need to be here.
Yeah, it always seems like, oh, I'll do it next week, and then something else the next week has to come up. You know, it just always gets pushed back.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Frustration. Right, okay, so I have got some... You need a ball pistol. He needs a ball pistol. So does he.
Everyone need a bolt pistol.
No. Just 4 bolt pistols. And 2 need swords. Alright. Find some bolt pistols.
Well, they shouldn't be hard to find.
I've got to find the correct handed ones though. I might give them plasma pistols actually. Since they're free.
Are they?
Yeah, points really straightforward at the minute. Even you can do it in your head.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is, mate. Really, not kidding. You buy squads in either 5s or 10s.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
And you equip them how you want.
Cool. I should start looking into this.
It's really straightforward. I was like, I kind of like it because it makes it simple, but I also miss the minutia of going, all right, I need to find 5 points here for this weapon or this bloke. I kind of like that.
But that also gave us more options and more options. I don't know. Always a fan of more options.
It's just one of them. It's like, I miss buying every man individually, but I kind of like the fact that you just buy them as a block and you're like, there you are, you're done. Yeah. It's 6 and 2 3s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is... I'm going to give him out. I'm looking at that.
Silver Scratch says, I can host myself and follow the people with StreamYard and post it to YouTube. Yeah, we currently just allow our YouTube to auto fill in the live stream, but we would like to record our live streams and then upload them as a proper video just to get the algorithm going again, because at one point, believe it or not, we were getting nearly 400 subscribers in a month.
Yeah.
And we sort of just...
Real life got in the way.
Yeah, it was COVID and everything else.
Yeah, back to the plague times, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, and everything just kept going wrong after that.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So these guys who need chainsaws can have power swords. I'll do. I'm not using them as power swords anyway.
they're going to use them as.
Just swords. Chainsaws. Of course, the sergeants have got power fists.
Fair enough.
The power fists are actually really, really good.
Do you reckon they got a buff because not that many people were using them?
Possibly. They were a bit naff in ninth, but yeah, at the minute they're pretty good. The improved accuracy makes a big difference.
He wishes his channel was like that. So do we.
Yeah, we do.
To do that again, we've got to put a lot of work in.
Yeah, it is so much effort. It's unreal.
And we're having to upload 2 or 3 videos a week, and considering there's 2 of us and making a painting tutorial, a full length one in a week. It takes a week or 2 on its own. It was like constantly.
Yeah, and better commission coming on, that'll screw everything up.
Yeah, because you need to make the money, but you also need to make video.
Yeah, so I mean.
Yeah, there's so many people that do the same as my channel. It's always going to be the case.
Yeah.
I think we were quite chuffed with our position.
Yeah, we were doing all right.
At one point, yeah. And also our bases were like page number 1 if you typed in 40k base from Google, which I was really chuffed
front
with.
page on Google, I was ace that. I was like, yeah, we made it. Well, that's all it felt like. Anyway.
I've still got a bunch more work to do with that.
That's an ongoing job, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop sticking to me. Stupid glue.
I think a lot of people do a lot of the same things on channels, but some people's, like the way they talk or the personalities are just a match for others. Or people will watch multiple people who do the same thing.
Different techniques, different styles.
Yeah, there's plenty of audience around.
Yeah. With millions of nerds.
I'm really mucking this up today.
This sword does not want to glue. Try a different one. Yeah, the grind with getting your channel going is depressing at times, isn't it?
Yep. Did come up with a little system during like the last Yule to like get it going again. It kind of worked. Just re-editing old videos, changing parts of them, and then just uploading them again with a new thumbnail. Because that can be done in quick succession. Plus the shorts.
I ain't wearing no shorts.
No, Bigmeks work shorts.
That's what they were called, wasn't it?
Yeah, that short channel, then it became that you could just do shorts on your own main channel, so I wasted all my time there, building that thing up. But we could still do shorts.
I knew I had more bits.
I mean, you could be really lazy with your channel and just do what all these other lazy gits do. And just
reactions.
Half the screen and just point at them and be like, watch them, not me. It's like, yeah, people, man, need a slap.
Yeah.
You adding nothing to the video, mate.
What are you doing? You just sat there in a corner smiling. Like, what?
There used to be some good reaction channels to stuff, you know.
And people actually commented.
Watching people
addressing.
get completely torn apart, you know what I mean? Like actual reaction videos with some comedy, some good script into it, rather than just pointing at somebody else talking.
Yeah, but Nerd Rage isn't strong about that at all.
Nerd Rage. Best Nerd Rage I've ever seen, man, was The Hills of Eyes. Me and my mates were taking bets on who would survive towards the end. No one put money on that nerd, but damn. When he flipped...
He went postal.
Proper. He just mashed everything. Pretty good movies, those, if you're just up for a gore fest.
But yeah, you're not expecting how we acted.
No, but for the gore fest, it's alright.
So have they got any left-handed plasma pistols?
And I think the remakes did pretty good.
Looks like not.
Silver Scratch says, well, I just keep doing what I like, and building my own stop motion set is fun, and painting it all is just as fun as filming. I love it.
Fair dues, mate.
Yeah, mate. Just, I can't remember.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I can't remember the old line from the song. It basically goes, find what you love, do it twice. That's my advice.
Find a job you love and you never work a day in your life.
I used to be into doing bits of stop animation. How many frames per second do you do? Like 30. That's what I would usually use to get something smooth. But that, as well as being into this hobby, that is massive time consumption.
Yeah, you've only got so many hours in a day.
Swallows more time than a black hole. Is it a black hole or an event horizon?
Danielle Westbrook's nose doing Charlie.
He'd really love to animate the 1.18 scale Joy Toy Warhammer toys.
Oh, yeah. There's loads of them now.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know Chapter Master Shrike from the Raven Guard?
Yes.
He's getting his own figure.
Ah. Games Workshop proper branching out, yeah.
It's McFarlane Miniature. McFarlane Toys are doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with GW. They just give out the license and McFarlane doing it all. Tits.
I'm doing terrible here today. Making a right mess.
That's what you're best at.
Well, this is a mess with no way of recovering my mistakes.
He just balls it right up.
Yeah, just balls in it straight up.
Nice.
My flash point was 60 frames per second.
Wow.
Damn, that is some effort.
You're a patient man.
Bet the image is nice and smooth though.
Yeah. That's gaming level, so frames per second, that's sort of shit, isn't it?
Aye. Speaking of which, have you played any decent games recently?
I've been playing Pathfinder, haven't I?
Yeah.
That D&D one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've just about finished in Hell. I think I'm just about to get ready for leaving.
Why would you want to leave?
Good damn choice. Storyline moves me on.
You're having too much fun.
Oh, actually, the place where I'm at is not fun at all. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Every time you change the camera angle, the city moves around.
That's weird.
That's proper irritating, mate. So, I mean, to the point of levels of buildings disappear.
Oh. Is this like a camera issue?
No. It's a design feature.
Oh.
So you have to turn the camera around to get certain buildings to appear.
Right.
As you can imagine, that's really annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine. Silver says 35 hours of work for 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can definitely understand the struggle with having a YouTube channel as well. It's like, I paint all these things, do all this work, and the video gets like 20
views. It's like,
yeah, 20 views, and you've been there like working on it for weeks.
It's like, great. Right. Is this dry? Nearly. Now this, currently, half of my Raptors.
Is it?
That's all. Half. For I have more at home, what I painted.
Well, actually fully painted.
Yeah. I've always fancied doing 3D animation. You know, learn how to do that.
Yeah.
It's, I'd like, you know, Battlefleet Gothic would really lend itself to do some really cool 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Spaceship battles and that.
I used to have an older 3D animation program on a computer a long time ago. I bet that'd be even more tedious to learn though.
Some more here.
What I need to do is get my orc army actually going and get some knobs completely built. I need to know what war gear I can take from as well now.
You'll probably find a lot of it's just being folded together. So you'll have power claws or something else, and that'll be it.
Fair enough.
Just like with my Terminators, you get either cursed weapons, power fists, or chain fists.
I hate it when they streamline things too much though, personally.
It does allow for more customization visually though. Because if it's not a power claw or a power fist, yeah, whatever it is, if it's not a power fist, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So visually, it's more interesting because you don't have to arse around with all the different rules.
I suppose.
So I can have an axe, I can have a spear, I can have a chain glaive, lightning claw. It's all the same.
Yeah, I'm always trying to get ahead of Games Workshop though, and I'm like, what I'll do is I'll build it like this so when they change rules again later it'll be usable. But you know what Games Workshop will be like? It's like that unit can't have those weapons now after I spent months, you know, designing and sculpting them. It's just like, yep, cheers Games Workshop.
That's why I always tell you to build an army what you're not converting. Just do it basic.
I can't help myself, I just get carried away.
Well, that's it. You use your orcs as your converted badass stuff, but do something really simple. Like, I mean, you could always just go with salamanders. They lend themselves really well for that.
Yeah. Oh, I found the paint list for those the other day. I panicked and thought I'd lost it.
I dare say it's pretty much what you suspected it'd be. This is
Yeah.
my current dreadnought. He's been knocking around for a long time, this boy. One of my first Night Lord figures, I believe. He's been painted about 7 times. Thankfully, I did a decent job of it last time round, so I don't need to do it again.
Is that the one that's that are used for the photo for the commission? I think it is.
It might be this one. It might be the other one. I can't say. I think it is this one. Looks like it had an arm removed.
He's got an arm off.
Yeah. Well, because he was built with specific weapons and then glued together.
Yeah, I think
it is this one.
Yeah, then you sawed the arms off.
I sawed the arms off
Yeah.
to magnetise them.
You should just always magnetise any dreadnought you've got, really.
Yeah, damn right. You can't get these models anymore. Discontinued it.
I would like to make my Death Dreads have like magnetised arms, but the way I convert with like adding muscle mass and everything else to it.
Be a right pain.
Yep. Silver Scratch says, yeah, same here. That's why I haven't played since 8th. I'm guessing you're talking about
the converting stuff, yeah.
The converting and like Games Workshop then changing the rules. It's like, how good would you be? I mean, I never got around to building them, but at one point it was possible to sort of be really beardy and put combi scorchers
on everybody,
on
basically.
knobs, because even though they were knobs with bikes, they still had the keyword. So
yeah, they were just knobs.
Yeah, they were knobs, but they were knobs with combi scorchers on bikes, which made them ridiculously devastating. I never got around to building them. Kind of glad I didn't, although the design for them was really cool, and I might just make them anyway, because screw you, Games Workshop.
Well, that's it. Like I say, he's probably never going to see a tabletop Bigmeksarmy, is it?
Probably not.
So don't worry about it. Just build what you want, innit?
I'm looking forward to getting on with the Typhonaut again, though. My main concern is not getting the pose right. That's what happened with the Demon.
Yeah, the Demon print
ruined it.
Yeah, you were really unhappy about the pose, weren't you?
Everything else was going so well, and then it was just getting him to stand and set, and he's just drooped.
Yeah,
enough to a point, and now he looks not as dynamic. He doesn't like. It looks like he's bashed together.
If he weren't on his base in the way he is, it would look better. So you could have him like he's crashing into the floor.
Yeah, but
well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Is there? There's a Nurgle Demon Prince up there. That was another one that's a prime example. I'd spent ages doing that video. It's one of our most popular videos, me making that demon.
It did really well.
And everybody on the comments, when you're going to paint it? We want to see it painted, we want to see it painted. So I spent ages doing that video. Views, nothing. I think it's got like 1,000 views in all this time. The other one though has got like 50, 60,000 views.
Yeah, it was one of the best
which
ones
is
he did.
Decent. Hey, it's Disco Magma. Welcome back to the party, Disco Magma.
He's jumped onto your side, has he? Oh no, Disco Magma. That's that's Bayoman.
Yeah,
hello, Disco.
You're getting everyone mixed up, Andy.
I am, yeah.
I'm sure that will happen a lot over time as we become more and more popular.
Yeah. It's just good to see.
I was actually going to get some of my stuff out to convert today on camera, but then I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and then went back to sleep, but then woke up.
I'm going to prep tomorrow.
My brain's like,
Why don't you prep it tomorrow? And then on Wednesday, when we're back on.
Yeah, it depends what I want to make. I might muck around with some of the kill cans.
Do you a Typhonaut, man?
It's straight on with Typhonaut.
Yeah.
The problem with that is it's going to take me a day or so of looking at the parts.
Well, that's why I say prep it tomorrow.
A lot of prep. You know, some things they just start to feel more like work than the fun they used to be. Right. I'm really not focused today. I keep applying water to my brush, then drying it off. Just stuck on a loop here, just like, not quite all there. The Typhonaut is going to be cool. If I remember correctly, I was going for that throwing arm sort of look, so it looked like he was running at you. Like an ape taking a big swing, if you know what I mean.
Guys, I'm out for a bit. I'm at the hospital and the nurse practitioner is here to see me. Well, good luck with your hospital appointment and take it easy, dude. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll probably see you around. And good luck with your channel. And I hope you get lucky with the nurse.
Yeah, fair play. Can't argue about. Hello, nurse.
That'd be great if we were on the live stream, like audio still on.
Oops.
Oh, well.
What you talking about?
I didn't even readjust this camera.
Oh, you were on about changing its position, weren't you?
Yeah, because I thought that would make sense. It kind of does, but it needs to move. I keep knocking it far too often.
Yeah, rarely, not mine.
I think you only knock yours when you're reaching for a paint.
Yeah.
I'm knocking mine just by moving around. Be finished, Typhus. Disco Magma says, know what you mean, I can't be bothered with paint today, so I'm just clipping spare bits off a sprue. I did that once as a youngster, and I had loads of bits, you know, boxes of 40k stuff, and by the end of it I just basically had a pile of grey dust. And I'm like, what have I done? Yeah, just in the motion, motion and meditating, not thinking about it. It's like, I cut this bit off and I cut that bit off, and before you know it, you've just got grey powder basically. Yeah, sometimes your brain's just not in the hobby at all. It does require some focus.
Yeah. I'm still really struggling with my conversion.
Which one?
Demon Prince.
Yeah.
Really not getting invested in it. And the paint job, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Change the style or the paint job completely.
It's like 3/4 done, mate.
Yeah. It's the wings
Yeah.
that you seem to be struggling with.
I'll just keep paying and buying at it. I'll get there. I've got other things I can play around with. Always got a bunch of projects on, haven't I?
Yep. I'm gonna have to at some point go back to some of the old habits for painting. I'm obviously not happy with this. I mean, it's alright. I'm looking at parts of this and I know I could paint them a hell of a lot better. But not a hell of a lot better in this technique. With this technique even. You know, people knocking a lot next door, isn't it?
Yeah, noisy bastards.
New neighbours.
Having people come round. Who do you think they are?
Yeah, like, it'd be weird for them because when they purchased a house or started moving in or whatever, we weren't around, so it was all nice and quiet. And then judging by our garden, you've seen it. It looks like some old person lives there. We got plant pots and everything. And then yeah, we get back from Denmark and these two metalheads just rock up and start blasting like Slipknot and other stuff through the wall.
It's like, oops.
Yeah, we know better than to shit where we sleep. We like to push boundaries as well, though. Must have been such a weird scenario though. It's like, oh, this house is in a nice quiet neighbourhood. Apparently not. Oh, I've knocked my camera again. It's been ages since I just sat cutting bits off of sprue Disco Magma. I think I did it when we first moved into this studio.
Yeah, you did it for a bit.
Did it for a bit just to stop all the spare spruce piling up in the corner. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, we had, because we have a lot.
Yes, because I won't allow us to throw any parts away because I'm just mad on the converting.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't realise how mad I get on the converting until I was building that Deathcopter, and then I amused myself when I realised I'd made the arm out of about 20 different parts, and I was like showing Andy, it's like, yeah, this arm does 20 different parts just to make that bit. Like, I go a bit excess with detail.
No wrong with that.
And the precision sanding, because that's always fun. I'll put a little bit of white into these eyes so that I can then paint them a brighter colour.
Brain! Stupid brain!
What are you looking for?
The magnets I've literally just put down.
I bet they've stuck to something. Hopefully not the laptop. I got to love the old glorious sanding. Yeah, get yourself some 150 grade and sit there just slowly filing someone's fingers down. Or something really, really like arduous that you don't want to break. Andy would always be making that joke back in the days, like, here's Dodge in his natural habitat, sanding things.
Yes.
And Disco Magnum is partial to a kit bash himself.
I do like a good kit bash.
With a kit bash, sometimes it's the simplest ones that make the biggest difference.
Yeah. I like playing around with different kits. But the actual conversion side of things, I'm not great at. I'm not great at green stuff. I'm improving slowly, but I don't do a lot of it, so that doesn't help. Maybe I just don't do a lot of it because I'm not very good at it.
A bit of a paradox, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like people tend to be good, enjoy the things they're good at, or do they enjoy them because they're good at them, or vice versa. It's hard to tell. I do want to make my, what's it called? My knobs on bikes at some point, like, because that was a cool design. I got a whole bunch of really cool designs in my head. Just need to get them at least built. I'm gonna have to readjust this camera though, so I can start, recording like we did the other ones as well as streaming.
Your power drill, the actual drill, have you got a drill bit roughly that size?
I don't know. We should have one about that thickness already. Where do you get these magnets from?
I bought them off Amazon.
Oh, because one of these, the big silver one, should have a drill bit almost big enough for it anyway. A big silver drill.
No.
Has it not got a thing on it no more?
That's the thickest.
Oh. Yeah, if there's any more drill bits, it'll be in that Dremel box.
Just drilling into that resin by hand is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really tough. Right.
Tempted to get one of those sculpting tools that I've seen advertised on, for like grinding into stone and wood and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But they can be held like a pen, which I'm guessing gives it quite a lot of precision. I'm wondering if we could do something really interesting with like Space Marine plain armor and do like tribal patterns into the embedded into the armor. I just thought that would look kind of cool.
What the hell happened here?
What you done?
Water's just managed to overtake the blooming entirety of the paint. Oh well. Stupid paint.
I hate the lack of music.
Oh.
One of the things that used to help the day go really quickly is we would
Constantly be playing.
because we'd be shooting music videos but not live, we would just edit those and then put the audio over the top of them, which meant we could just play music or listen to videos all the time without any copyright issues.
Yeah.
But if we want to upload this as a video,
Nope.
we can't do that if we have copyright problems with it. And I don't get that. How these people, these reaction people, get away with doing naff all to a video and they don't have problems with copyright.
Oh, I don't understand copyright law. It makes no sense to me. I think we just make it up as we go along.
Well, that's the same with any law. We just kind of make it up.
Yeah, but at least they write it down. I don't think they've done that with copyright law. I think we just sort of wing it.
Well, if you write it down, then I guess it's something now. It's not just a thought. Getting to that point with Typhus now.
You fed up with him?
Yeah, and I'm looking at bits of the work and I'm like, I could have done a much better job on those parts. I wouldn't say this one's a keeper, so when we get some of that Dettol again, or I find it, there's a whole bunch of models can go in there. I could have potentially done in the same paint scheme as the rest of them.
Well, next time you do it that way. Then it fits in the arm.
The red, purple, grey combination. Although the Lord of Contagion was not very striking. But I think that paint scheme would lend well.
It looked well on the table.
Yeah.
It's not a striking colour scheme. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant is the blend, because if you remember, I took the... who did the picture? I can't remember.
I remember
It was
the images.
Yeah, the image, and it was sort of purpley pink, greyish reds, like anything on that sort of colour spectrum, all blended together, and I thought that would look very cool for Nurgle.
And it does.
It does. But to get it to pop for the eye detail is not very easy with those colours. But
it doesn't need to pop. for the eye detail. Because when people look at it, they'll go, "Ooh, that's an interesting looking army," and then look close and go, "Wow, that's actually really cool."
Yeah. I mean, when I started this, I was going to do some scratches and other work on his chest plate, but
You can't be asked.
can't be arsed. I keep getting distracted.
And there's other stuff you want to do,
Yep.
so go do it.
That also means getting up.
I'm getting high.
And no problem with that bit.
I'm gonna paint Robert Gilliman, but then I got high.
Oh, not Gilliman. Oh, we've got the lion in here somewhere.
Yeah,
But the old school lion.
the resin one. Far nicer than the new one, in my opinion. Smaller too.
Less to work with. Or less to do then.
I won't go that far. It's just smaller.
They trimmed down his trim. Or trimmed up his trim.
Oh mate, his trim's got trim.
Why am I not surprised?
It's a 4-year-old model, mate. It's gonna be excessive, isn't it?
Usually, yeah.
Especially on a Primark. I mean, you expect it on a Primark.
Well, they're a piece on the board that's a little bit harder to remove than most.
Yeah, but
So you want to spend some time painting it.
they're gonna spend the time on the table, aren't they?
Yeah, unlike us busy orc players are like, I need to do 30 boys. And they're all going to come off the table in like a minute.
Tell you what, it's not gonna happen to Necrons anymore.
No?
Their ability to respawn is immense.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, they fixed it then.
yeah, it works really well now.
Like the old style.
Yeah, so it starts off, you can do it, it's done in your command phase. Okay,
Right.
you regenerate D3 wounds. Yeah.
Yep.
Filling up models that are injured first,
Yeah.
and then generating dead ones after.
Yeah, so you can't have half wounded models and be getting cheeky with it.
But when it's so if you've got like you destroyers got like 3 or 4 wounds each, yeah.
Mm.
You've got one that's taken a couple of wounds. You roll a D3, you get your 3.
Ugh.
Yeah. You will fill him up, and then bring one back on 1 wound.
Cool.
So that works really nicely.
Yeah.
But there's also things that allow you to do it in not just your command phase, but in your opponent's command phase.
Cool.
Then you've got things that allow you to do it after each shooting attack, after each interaction.
That sounds pretty good actually.
It's like, and Necron warriors summon D3 plus 3,
Cool.
and they can get up to squads of 20. So they're going to be an absolute swine to kill if you start doing that. It's like, oh, you're going to kill me.
One of the old Necron maneuvers I used to do is just basically play them like they were orcs and be like,
Yeah, orcs will come back.
pretty much, you can do. Massive units of them.
Yeah.
I've got a huge Necron army. It's nuts. I kind of did like playing Necrons, to be honest.
You just like watching me fail at charges.
Yeah, I've never seen that before though. I mean, World Eaters losing in combat to some Necron Immortals.
The Overwatch mental though.
Oh, the Overwatch was
yeah,
because
because
what was it? They get extra hits on 6s, but it was
Yeah.
Overwatch, so it was all extra hits.
And you got loads of hits.
Yeah, on the Tesla carbines,
And
then the
there-
extra wounds, and then I had some other buff on them as well.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And by the time you got in there, I think
Only
there
like 2
was
of them
like
left.
2 of them left, and then somehow your dice just failed on you, and
It was like,
you
okay.
lost in combat.
It's like nice.
I think those 2 Marines should have just walked off into nowhere and killed themselves,
Yeah,
just out of embarrassment.
damn right. It was back when Chaos still had 1 wound.
Ah,
Don't know if Wallace did. Can't remember. No, they got it.
no, they got it. They got theirs.
They got theirs about 2 years before we did.
Yeah.
I mean that. I don't mean that as an exaggeration either. It was literally about 2 years.
It took ages. I always did like the bone colour schemes for Necrons.
Yes. We've come up like Tomb Kings.
I've seen some people attempt to do the "We Are Rising from the Ground" sort of theme.
I've
with
seen
flock
that.
and other stuff, and I've seen
With,
it fail horrendously and look really bad. But I did see one on Instagram where they used bones and orange, and the colour scheme kind of looked like you'd expect Aztecs stonework to look.
Oh, that's interesting.
And also that kind of landscape. So when they had the flock coming off them and the streaks and stuff like that, they actually looked like
we've done it well.
They'd done it really well. Like these things were just resurrected from the ground, and you were like, "That's how it should be done."
Yeah.
But I've never seen it land very well, except that one example.
Yeah, I've seen it with mixed results, most of which are variations of pretty bad.
Yeah.
I've never seen a good one.
I think I could have saved it. I'll let you know at some point. That's what I use our Instagram for a lot now, making folders of work, checking out other people's stuff and storing it for reference.
Yeah.
It's all just art.
Not wrong with being inspired by someone else's cool stuff.
Not at all.
Even if it's a good idea done wrong or done badly, it's still a good idea. You know what I mean? So long as you can tell what they're trying to do.
Yeah. You can gain inspiration from that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because the thought process there, you're looking at it, analysing it, and it's like, well, how could I do that and improve it? So you have to put your brain into like, how do I work around the errors that they've made?
Yeah, how do I learn from their mistakes?
Just mixing all sorts of paints together nowadays. Last was checking out when summer actually started on the phone the other day, and apparently it's only just becoming summer.
Yeah, officially summer doesn't start until...
Yeah, it's felt like the end of summer for the past month or so.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see much of me. In fact, no, actually, the live stream will see a lot more of me because I'll be trying to keep out the bloody heat. I think last year it got up to like nearly 40 degrees.
My niece is having a right time at the minute.
Oh, Africa, isn't it?
Yeah, she's out in Africa, man. On her second week now.
Nice.
Africa, working with one of the safari parks.
Yeah, that's a right job.
Yeah. Work experience as well.
Yeah. Someone looked out on that one.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you earlier, me and Jen herself are just feeding the squirrels.
Yeah. She's out feeding blooming elephants and giraffes and stuff. Ooh, wow. Don't have imagination around it again.
What are they making?
A very, very cool Chaos Knight.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sensing some airbrush work's been done there though.
Yeah. For airbrush. Good quality stuff as well. When you get so high, the homeless man you're fighting starts looking like the Cookie Monster. Okay, thank you, internet.
I completely forgot about that till I noticed that in the chat. Yeah, you ever got drunk and sent someone like a song and they completely forgot about the song's existence, but you sent it to them to try and remember it? Like when you find someone on YouTube or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it just reminded me, I spent like a few hours the other day just drunk after Jen fell asleep listening to proper Doom. But like torturous screaming Doom, and I'm just like, this is actually pretty good. It was almost orchestral, like opera, if you know what I mean. And I completely forgot about it until I looked in my WhatsApp. Also, I'm looking forward to knowing that Jen hates Doom. So I'm gonna wait for Jen to like, but you got a tune? I'm gonna be like, Doom. She's like, how long is it? It's about 10 minutes for one song. Actually, I should go check. She's not falling asleep in the sun. I'll be back in a minute. still alive.
I suppose that's a good thing.
Alright. I just know what it's like if you fall asleep out in that sun.
Yep. This is a great comment from to a newspaper article by The Independent. Disney's plans to start shooting Bambi as the next live-action remake. Was shooting his mother not enough?
Yeah. That's not bad. I could sense where that one was going. Painting things in sections and trying to make them complete was the initial idea of this, and I've ended up jumping from one bit to another again. So parts of it are just unfinished. It's even more torturous when you go like out of the studio and you can hear where people listen to music. I guarantee if we just played copyright royalty-free music off YouTube, we'd still have bloody issues.
Well, yeah, because it kept going on to copyrighted music.
Yep. And that's not what we want. I think this will hopefully be my last day of shooting this. It is not as good as I was hoping or as precise, but it's getting to that point where it's just really tedious now, and I'm not enjoying it.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm not about the gun debate and everything in America, but this T-shirt actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I want to live in a world where it's easier to buy Taylor Swift tickets than an AR-15. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I keep mucking that up and pulling the paint back off.
I don't know why my stomach's grumbling. It knows my brain's just telling it shut up, you're not having anything to eat.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. No.
A bit extra working out you're doing and stuff.
It's coming off us.
Yeah.
Extra pounds are coming off.
Not off the wallet for a change.
Yeah. Coming off my ass.
It'll be a problem in the future. How are you going to sit down?
I've seen women with that problem.
What, no ass?
Yeah, they must have ruffle them out far too hard.
Literally laughed their own arse off.
Yeah.
Must be a serious medical condition, though.
Mate, it's confusing. Like, what? Where's your ass gone? There's no curve at the back. It's just straight.
Just one stick. It's another problem when losing weight. Like wild camping and stuff like that. When you lose weight, all of a sudden the floor starts to hurt a bit more.
Yeah. And things get colder. You get colder quicker.
Yeah. I mean, there are benefits to being a bit fatter.
Yep.
Alright.
I know why my tummy's complaining. It knows I've got some chocolate in the car.
Ah.
Well, that's not for me.
But man.
No. It's a really unusual flavour. And one of the guys I work with on a Tuesday is a massive chocoholic. Like three bars for £1.
Ah. Is it one of those Twin Peaks ones?
No, it's dairy milk.
Yeah.
But it's hot cross plum flavoured.
What? That's a bloody strange one.
I tell you what, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So it's got this kind of weird biscuity stuff in it, and cinnamon, and plus the raisins as well.
Yeah.
Really, really nice, but unusual. So I got some of them on the way through. I say free for £1, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I started sorting one out for him. So I'm not having it. Not till tomorrow anyway.
Yeah. You got your regiment sorted out then?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm just...
You're still easing into it a bit?
Yeah. Being a bit more disciplined with snacking and stuff, you know.
That's really all it takes, but like... The transition's usually awkward.
It's just...
I've done quite a few different diets and different things.
I don't like dieting. Dieting sucks because I like food.
Yep.
And, you know, food is nice.
Yeah.
So, rather than diet, I'm just being a little bit disciplined. It's probably better for me.
Yeah.
Just not overdoing it. Well, let's face it, most diets pretty sucky, aren't they?
Yep, I still recommend keto as the highest. Like my Yeah, best drink of all. Keto. Well, best diet of all, keto. Some people have a problem drinking on keto because of the carbs and the food, but and the drink. Sorry, my brain's just not having it today.
It's definitely checking out, innit?
It is, mate.
Oh, we can always call it.
I've still got viewers. No, I'm still doing all right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those mangled ADHD brain days. It's like nothing's working properly. Kind of sucks. I should start working on my origami though.
You really should, mate. I want to see some progress on it.
Yeah.
Not because you've been wanting to do it for ages, because I actually want to see it on the table for once.
It'd be nice, like.
Disco! Hello, mate. How you doing? Even Prince is coming on nicely. I'm actually doing the wings now, which is coming on, I suppose. Got a kind of a grey purple colour on the membrane. I don't know how long you've been there. I've only just noticed you. So yeah, he's coming on all right. I'm really struggling to motivate painting him, but he's at that point now where if I knuckle down, I'll have him done in a day or two, then I can just start getting some of the more deeper details fleshed out a little. But yeah, so I'm working on the back of his wings. I'm not doing the inside yet because you can only do one thing at a time, I suppose. And the wings, I'm really struggling to enjoy.
They are old school demon wings, are they not? From the Demon Prince?
Yeah, they're wings straight off the older Demon Prince.
They never were very fun to paint, to be honest.
No, there's not much going on with them.
And what there is, it doesn't really lend well to its own shape.
No. But I wasn't going to spend 47 quid for a pair of wings and get the new Demon Prince when I already had a pair of wings.
Yeah.
Because that is just stupid. But I finished my speeder the other day.
That looks good.
Well, I was done, so that just needs its base doing. So he's ready to go. And as you can see, I've got a pair of power claws made up for a pair of contemptors, and they're just drying out. As I had to make the bracket hinge or whatever it is, what connects them, the connector part. So, what have you been up to then, Disco? I know you've been struggling to motivate yourself with painting today. Both myself and Dodge up as well, to be honest. Being paint. What's your current project? What you're trying to make yourself do? It's nice to see the same faces, names pop up from time to time, isn't it?
It is.
What are you doing, Wayne?
I'm just mucking around with a loaded brush technique because I feel like I've just started doing a completely different technique now on Typhus that's not remotely anything like the loaded brush, so I've just gone back to a model with not as much noise going on it.
That's fair enough.
something plain and smooth, so I can really see what I'm doing. I know I can do regular glazing easy. Pretty much do that with my eyes shut.
That's a default setting though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much did. We'd just be talking to each other while glazing. No concentration needed. I mean, the chat on YouTube's been really good today. Comments everywhere.
Yeah, it has been good. It's nice to have people coming on and getting involved.
Aye. And obviously hoping that progresses over time, so we have more new faces to talk to.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of a goal, isn't it?
That's a bit much. Still so many techniques I'd like to learn. Obviously you can't learn them all at once.
Nope.
A tiny bit of the brown. I tend to end up doing this weird little circle thing to blend it in. Sometimes blending it like that works, other times it doesn't. It's also the point where I tend to pull most paint off because the bristle's not wet enough. Not as smooth as I like it either. Yeah, still not as smooth as I would have liked it. Also not as bright as I would have liked it. I feel like I've lost a lot of the technique doing typhus.
I don't think you've lost any of the techniques. It's just that you're out of practice, mate. You've not really painted a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Especially outside of loaded brush.
Very true. Oh, it's still what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not trying to do regular glazing. The only reason to do any of this in the first place is because I need to speed up my painting. It's kind of frustrating that some days you have moments where you really get the technique and you start flying through the model, and then it just sort of evaporates from your mind again. You're like, oh well, damn it. Right, bit of off-white. I think the heat today is not helping either.
No, it's not. It's causing me problems.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a dry paint going on here. Not able to load the brush up very well today. I think a lot of that is due to the heat. I find sunny skin tones an interesting one for these techniques. See it being used in a non-metallic metal as well.
Looks quite yellow, orange, isn't it?
Yeah, and it can be faded out quite easily by adding other whites to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water is definitely becoming a problem. Everything's drying super quick.
I will be back in 5 minutes.
No worries.
Well, actually, I'll be back a lot less than that, but you know what I mean?
No, I mean.
Oops. Too light. That's the end of that one.
Terrible.
Not going to plan.
Nope. I mean, my whole goal is to get it so I can do one panel in a minute or two. And that is the whole purpose of learning this.
I think you might need a break from it, mate.
Yeah, maybe. Your stomach's still going on one.
It is, mate. He's trying to tell me something. Like, baby! No. Not until I go home. We've got a Sunday dinner waiting.
Nice.
All those Monday. I'm really warm.
Can't afford a good Sunday dinner though.
Yeah.
I did like your idea though of a day of doing Alpha Legion, but only using like Space Marine models, just to save yourself on trim.
Yeah. This isn't good. I'm starting to get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That never gives good results for you once you're bored with something.
No. It means I am ready for jumping ship onto a different project.
Well, if you don't want to spoil the one you're currently working on, it'd
Yeah.
be very advisable. It can't just be you, mate. I think a lot of people are like that. You just don't put the effort in when you're
That's it.
bored.
You're no longer invested. It's like, yeah, I'm bored with this one. I need to do something else for a bit. So he can get put aside. They don't balls him up.
And that whole red is very nice for that. Just like a burnt umber.
What's that for?
You want to do a glaze, or just add a little bit of a tone over the top of something. Really good at enriching your colours.
Oh, right, okay.
You've done it a few times with the burnt umber on your vehicles as well, just to get into some gaps.
Similar sort of idea, just a different shade.
Yeah, this one's a bit more reddish. The other one tends to stick a bit more orange.
Burnt umber, fixing problems since.
Release date.
Yeah.
Really is a nice one for fixing problems.
Your stomach don't want to get rid of the program today, does it?
No, I'm getting similar sort of things as well. Grumbling all the time.
Your voice is not welcome, stomach. Behave.
Weird how you get gut feelings about things though. Because that means, like, I know, when something bad's going to happen, you need to move out of the way or something, you have a gut instinct telling you what to do.
Yeah.
And your gut's full of bacteria, so is the bacteria somehow able to, because it's full of living stuff, is it somehow able to manipulate you for its own self-preservation of, like, move out the way? Like, your stomach knows, but how does it know? Kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Plot twist, but not actually that important. All life is just to sustain our stomach bacteria.
Could be.
There's also another really a plot twist theory. Magic mushrooms. How do I put this? Yeah, magic mushrooms and psychedelics found their way to humans, hoping that humans would then take them through the stars because they can't leave the planet and they've got nowhere else to colonize.
It's an odd one.
Yeah, it's an odd one, but there's the theory that we got smart by eating mushrooms.
That's very true. I've heard that theory as well. I mean, whether it's true or not, it's different. But
Yep.
I have heard that theory. It is an interesting one. So if you tripping balls, your imagination is going haywire, isn't it?
Aye.
And that's basically what leads to progress.
Yeah. Take down boundaries and then progress happens. Rather than sticking with, well, this isn't possible.
Well, it's unlikely.
It's unlikely, but I don't think anything's actually impossible. Improbable. We must hit the probability engine. Was it the probability matrix?
Are you sure?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Well, that one kind of went okay.
I suppose that's better than not at all.
Aye. Even the simple things like picking what colour to use on a palette and what to mix with it.
You're struggling with.
It's all new territory, isn't it? Whereas before, I knew I'd just let that paint dry and then paint the other one straight over the top of it. Currently, our audio is just stomach noises live.
Yep. Live with Andy and Dodger's tummy.
You made that sound like we share one.
Bloody sounds like it a minute. looks like we've got no views now.
Yeah, same. I think we should just call it.
Yeah.
It's like 3:45 anyway.
Yeah, I am going to take off now, dude. It's dudes and dudettes. It's getting to that time of day. I am rapidly losing interest. Today I'm really struggling with motivation.
And the same here. Hopefully I can invigorate myself on Wednesday with a new project.
Invigorate. Good word.
It could be the word of the day if anyone is watching.
So, take care, guys, and catch you next week. Next Wednesday.
Yeah, next